Hi, I'm Anthony Shave. I'm a leadership and management coach, facilitator and trainer. One of the most frequently asked questions that I get from my clients is, what is this thing emotional intelligence? What is EQ? And as a leader and manager, you've probably heard of this thing called emotional intelligence too. Do you know what it is? Do you know why it's so important? In this short video, you're going to learn what EQ is and why it's so important. According to Daniel Goleman, one of the main authorities on emotional intelligence, EQ is the capacity for recognizing our own feelings and those of others, for motivating ourselves and for managing emotions well in ourselves and in our relationships. Before I dive in and give you more detail on what EQ is, let me explain why it's so important. Based on research done by Goleman with 121 companies worldwide, with a combined workforce in the millions, he discovered the following. For star performance in all jobs, in every field, emotional competence is twice as important as purely cognitive abilities. For success at the highest levels, in leadership positions, emotional competence accounts for virtually the entire advantage. Basically, what this means is that IQ and technical knowledge, skills and expertise will get you hired, but it's EQ that will get you promoted. The research shows that of all the competencies that employers measure their managers on, 67% are emotional intelligence competencies. Developing your emotional intelligence is a big deal. It is the major differentiator between you and all the other managers trying to get promoted. If you have the IQ and the technical expertise, then the time and energy you invest in developing your EQ will reap bigger rewards quickly. So here's how Daniel Goleman further identifies emotional intelligence. Firstly, self-awareness, being aware of your own emotions and their effects. Having accurate self-assessment so you know your own strengths and limits, and being self-confident. Secondly, self-regulation, controlling your disruptive emotions and impulses, being trustworthy and maintaining your honesty and integrity, taking responsibility for your own performance, being adaptable and able to handle change, and being innovative and comfortable with new ideas and new approaches. Thirdly, motivation, striving to achieve a standard of excellence, you being committed to the goals of the group, your readiness to act on opportunities, and you being optimistic despite obstacles and setbacks. Number 4, empathy, sensing and understanding how others are feeling and taking an active interest in their concerns, looking to develop others, seeking to meet customer needs, leveraging the diversity of different people, and being politically aware so that you can see what's going on in a group. And lastly, social skills, being able to influence others, being able to communicate with others, being able to manage conflict and disagreement, being able to lead and inspire, being able to initiate and manage change, building bonds between people, collaborating with others and creating group synergy to achieve team goals. So that's the what of EQ. Let's very quickly look at the how at a high level. This is a broad subject, so let's just cover the main ways of developing each element of EQ. To develop self-awareness, practice pausing whenever you notice the physical sensation of an emotion in your body. Simply pause and notice how it feels in your body. Don't judge the sensation, just notice how it feels. If you do that, you will develop your self-awareness. To develop self-regulation, again, practice pausing whenever you notice a disruptive emotion like anger, hurt, jealousy, regret or guilt, something like that. And after you've paused, ask yourself a question such as, how did I create this? Or what can I learn here? Or how can I turn this upset into an opportunity? To develop motivation, create an exciting and compelling vision for your life in 3 or 5 years' time, both personally and professionally. Make it a physical image in great detail, use colour and images and fix it to the wall somewhere. You will see it every day. And use this image in your mind to motivate you to take action, especially when things get tough. So that's motivation. What about empathy? To develop empathy, again, notice your own emotional reactions to situations in your life. Notice how you physically feel when events happen in your life that are not to your liking. And remember at those times that others are feeling just the same way as that, sometimes much worse for much longer. You don't need to dwell in these feelings, but just remember that you have the capacity to feel them too. Lastly, to develop social skills, learn the main aspects of how we are influenced as people and the technical elements of communication. Notice how you are influenced by others and what communications work best for you. And just as importantly, practice different ways of communicating with other people. You must try new approaches. Face your fears in this area and just do it. Reflect on what you learned and try again. Notice how you are in social situations and choose to act differently again and again and again. So there you are, the very basics of what emotional intelligence is and the main ways that you can rapidly develop your own. Remember, IQ will only get you hired. It's EQ that will drive your success and get you promoted. So I really encourage you to go take action in this area. Thank you for your time and good luck.